it is 90% bug free. There's no bugs. I would say maybe 100% bug free because there really aren't any bugs in Minecraft, and I'm talking about the creepy crawly ones that go across the ground and stuff. So what are we doing today? We are going to go over this amazing custom portal teleportation device that I created. Alright. Mr. Villager, you might be a contestant here. Hold on. It's having to load all the entities. Alright. So this is a... Oh, looks like you moved. This is a community, maybe small city that I'm developing called... Let's take my shield off. Called Obsidian Falls. And why is it Obsidian Falls? Well, there you go, because I've got lava, water, lava. There's like more water going on around here too. I'll go down the stairs. Okay, can't see it from there. You can kind of see it right over there. Give you a view here. Let's go swimming! Whee! Hey, chicken. So yeah, it's a very cool waterfall. You know, I really don't want your egg. Well, you don't see that every day. Alright, so... Does anyone ever call these things ducks? Especially when they sit there and jump up and down in the water. But then so do villagers, so I don't know. What do we call them? Lemmings. So yeah, this is Obsidian Falls. This is on the family server that my wife and my daughter play on. So I've been doing all kinds of fun stuff to just really make this this server that we play in our house just really fun. And I don't want to go through a tour right now as far as everything that I'm doing because that's not the purpose of this video. Okay, so what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to show you there's another portal right behind there. In other words, the ghast. So flip that on. So as you can see, there is the nether portal there. Now, I'm sure you know how nether portals work as far as how they look, but just as a refresher, this is what it looks like when you go through a nether portal. Okay, so a lot of you probably already know that. Makes a sound and everything, so let's go ahead and go back. Alright. So yes. Kind of cool. And as far as the teleporter that I had made, it started off as an inspiration from what I saw from the RedEngineer, because he created a portal that was a little bit more cooler than the ones that had come before. Because what had come before, people just had, you know, you click on a button and it would teleport you, or you'd walk up to the portal and just teleport. Or it, you know, would make like an Enderman sound. But on his, he had the like the portal effect, or you know, the particle effect going. It had the sound effect of the Enderman, and there was also a slight nausea effect. Exactly. So I thought that was cool. When I saw that, I'm like, you know what? That's kind of what I've been wanting to do. Not exactly, though. What amazed me, though, is it was only 4 command blocks. And so when I looked at those command blocks, I began to understand how it worked and why it worked. And then I started studying his other videos, his tutorials, his one commands, and I started to understand more and more about these command blocks and how they can be used. So after hours, days of work, I have come up with a teleportation portal that is like exactly what I've been wanting to do. Completely insane and amazing at the same time. But here we go. Now don't you be stepping in my portal there, Mr. Villager. You're going to mess things up. So yeah, look at this. It lights up. I've got portal effects all over the place. And I'll show you what happens. Okay, so and this guy's getting in the way. They both are. So you can see the way that I created this is a lot like the Nether portal. It's got the sound effects on both sides. It's got the wavy effect on both sides. The portal lights up from the departure portal. And then as you can see, it lights up on this side when you're coming through and then turns off. It's kind of insane, isn't it? Alright. You know what? Can I get down there and kill that zombie? Because he's creating a fiasco over here. They are like totally want to try to bust him up. Now this is a town that I created on our family server long ago. There were no villagers here originally. This is something I built from scratch. There is a desert village, like, hold on, off in this direction somewhere. And my daughter had walked by it, and oh, I'm sorry. Is it that way? Yeah, it is that way. That is such a messed up sound. And oh, I need my shield in case a skeleton starts shooting at me. So she passed it. She was looking for a mushroom island. And then we came back. I wanted to move those villagers over here. And they were all gone. They're all dead. And I'm like, great. You know, because I wanted to have something set up to where we can do trading and all this other stuff. There are no other villages anywhere close by. And then I started to learn how to heal villagers. And after about 3 of them, I was able to make this place grow. Now they're all over the place. Alright, no, you guys, you're irritating me. Why don't you come over here? Come on over here. That's right. Come on. Come right on over here. That's right. Come on. Come on, I got a cookie for you. Come on, come get your cookie. Come get your cookie. Where's the other one? Went over there. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Come on over here. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Yeah. Who's your... Oh, man, I hate these things. This little kid is like, I'll show you who Daddy is. Come on. Stupid. Ugh. Dang, I hate those things. Stupid spider. Come on. Alright. Food. Can I throw this egg at something? Oh, look. I can throw it at him. Oh, I got another egg! Alright. By the way, I built all this in survival. Hey. Hey! Dang it! Get over here! See if I get my... Nope, that one burned. Come on, come on! Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I built all this in survival, and this is where I started off as far as the portal. I started on this side of it. And that thing's bothering me. But started off on this side and just continue to add and add and add to it. And eventually what I'm going to do is add some different locations to this, so that way you can go to more than one place. And I'll put in like custom pictures, kind of like what I did here. This is Star Fox Junction is what this is. And kind of give a representation of like where the destination is going to be. Alright, you guys, you're in the way, you need to get out of the way. Alright, so here is, oh man, okay, you guys are going to totally mess things up. Go. Ugh. There's got to be a way over here. Oh man, he's like way down there. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Because if they do happen to get in the way, it'll kind of show you what I did. Alright, so I'll show you what happens on this side. Pretty much the same concept, since this is where I started. He's like, oh, I'll just wait until it shuts. So yeah, there you go. So I've got the portal. It lights up on both sides. Well, in this case, this lights up. The other one just has lights to come on. I'll try to do something a little different on both sides. And you've got the effect going on both sides and the wavy effect. And what I didn't show you is that this is... Well, maybe I can't show you. I don't know. This is set up to where it will send entities also. Can I get him pushed over there? That's the question. So let me move this over, and I will show you how this works. I've been wanting to test this. Okay. Well, it didn't transport him. Maybe he wasn't in the right spot. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you how this works. First thing I'm going to do... Oh, it's about to turn daytime, but we'll speed up the process here. Alright, that should take care of any mobs that might be causing me problems. Do we have anything up here? I don't see anything. He's burning. Good. Just want to make sure I don't... I've got zombies that... Okay, there's one over there. And I got like 6 iron golems around here, but... They like to congregate all in one, you see. They like to hang out together all right here. And give flowers. Yeah, you know, it's like... Can you, like, do your job and, like, guard the place, maybe? Alright, so hold on here. Where's that guy with the... gold... gold armor? See, I've already got kids developing. I think he's gone. I have a security system around here. So that way zombies don't mess with my villagers. Alright. If you think I get distracted, yes. Yes, I have a bit of a attention deficit, hyperactive issue. Oh, man. Speaking of which. Alright, yeah, you gotta go, buddy. Come on, come on. Oh, man, I missed him. Oh, really? Alright, go pick up my arrows. Yeah, I can get distracted. I'm a bit hyperactive, in case you haven't noticed. Okay. We should be clear of mobs now. Well, dangerous ones. You all know that mobs stands for mobile, right? So, villagers are mobs. Chickens, ducks, I guess they serve both, are mobs. This thing is a mob. He's a dangerous one, especially if you attack it. Or kill one of the villagers. Alright, so let's go take a look at those command blocks. Right down here. Okay, this is not it. This is something completely different, which is insane in its own way. Thankfully, all of my clocks are working, because I did have a problem with them freezing. And that's the way I had set them up. Anyhow, from this line all the way over to that clock that you see is the teleportation system, including that stuff back there. So, let's show you how this works. It all starts with the button right here. So, what this is doing... Ah, I forgot. I have to switch to creative. Just a moment. I had to turn on cheats. Okay. Yeah, and as far as all that spam, once I'm in like cheat mode, I cannot get that stuff to stop. I'll show you. What was it? It's game rule, command block output, false, right? There we go. Now, it still keeps going. Anybody know why? I don't know why. I know I typed in the right command. Okay, so what this is going to do, it starts with the button. It's going to test for a stone button that's been pushed. And it's going to detect like what side of the block it's going to be. So that's what this is, testing at those coordinates. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change that stone button to a wooden button. It's going to make it look like it lit up. And that's what this is here. Now I got that idea from the RedEngineer from his how to make a television video, which is, oh my goodness, incredible. I saw that and I'm like, oh, what, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's really cool. I have yet to do that, but yeah, that's totally cool. Alright, so once we turn that button into a wooden button, now we're going to place a redstone block and we're going to power this, not that, that's something else. We're going to do a test for at these coordinates. And we'll get to that. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a redstone, not a restone, but a redstone wire to this clock, which is what runs the sound effect. And that redstone wire is going to go right here. And I'll explain the reason behind all this. It took tons of testing and testing to get this to do what I want. Now we're going to add a redstone block to start this clock. And we're going to do that right here. Next, we're going to remove that redstone block. So that way the clock doesn't break. Because if I leave that here, it's going to power this, it's going to come back around, it's going to be lit up, it's going to break. At least it did for me, the whole thing lights up. So we're going to remove that redstone block right away. And now what we're going to do is we're going to place a redstone block, which is going to it's going to power up the portal lights. I just call it a chain because that's a chain of command blocks. Alright, so this is it. It's going to put a block here, and then it's going to power the light that's on the left side, and then the right side, and then the ones in the center. So I just did a set block there and a set block there, and then as far as that cross in the middle, instead of doing like 5 more blocks, I just did a fill. So there's extra redstone blocks that don't need to be back there, but hey. Now it's going to make a sound. So this is a custom sound effect that I added into the game, and that player cannot be found. I don't know what it's. Must be one of the entities. I have no idea. But yeah, so I added some custom sound effects, and just to give it more oomph. So if you don't know how to add sound effects into your game, and I don't mean replace existing sound effects, I'm talking about adding sound effects, I can do a video on that, so just let me know. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place a redstone block on the particles that show up for the portal, which is right here. So it's going to place a block right there, and this is the part that I'm sure you're all familiar with the RedEngineer's portal. We've got the particle effects going here, but I didn't stop with one. I put another one on. So I got like three places. I got one in the middle, one on the left, one on the. Okay, so I have it on 2 spots. Oh no, yeah, 2. Sorry. Oh no, I do have 3. This last one's portal, and then I have 2 explode effects. All right, on 2 of those blocks, and you'll want to check the wiki as far as what all these mean. It's in regards to speed and length of time and stuff like that. Okay, so this is going to be, this is requiring redstone, and it's going to repeat. Obviously, we want to turn it on and not have it on all the time. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go back to this part where it says place a redstone block and power the test for chain. Keep in mind that during this whole time, the sound effect of the portal is going. Okay, so this is the test for player at coordinates. This is... No, I don't think this is how the... I can't remember. This might be how the RedEngineer starts. It's looking for a player before it teleports them, maybe? I don't know. But this is looking for any entity. I put entity there that way in case there just happens to be a chicken or a pig there. It's going to take them along with it. But it's going to check for them at these coordinates with a radius of 1. That will cover the block to the right and to the left, and 1 block in front of it. But it requires redstone. The reason for that is I want it to be where you turn it on before you can go anywhere. Otherwise, anyone or anything will walk up to it and activate it and break this complex thing that I created. So that's the whole idea of why this requires redstone, and that it's not on all the time. But once you activate it, yes, it's going to repeat, and it's going to look for someone, something that's going to be in these coordinates. In the meantime, it's going to create a scoreboard. It's going to create one called teleport. And from what I've learned from the RedEngineer, these are great if you need like wait counters, like you need it to wait a certain amount of time before something else happens. Alright, so we got this going right now. It's just gonna look over and over again until something is right there in the coordinates where it needs to be. So once that happens, now we're on this chain right here. So this one is always active. Why? It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything until it's not going to do anything until this scoreboard is created, teleport. So now that this is created, and now that it's and it won't create unless there's someone at those coordinates. Now that we know that there's someone there, we're going to add 1 point, again, to whoever's at those coordinates. That includes entities. And then that's going to repeat, and so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's going to stop at 11. Minimum and maximum. I had this set like 11, 20, oh my goodness, it caused all kinds of problems. So 11, 11. And remember, with these, when they're set as conditional, this has to be successful before this happens. This has to be successful before this happens, on and on and on. Okay, so now that we've waited 11 ticks, now we're going to start the sound effects at that portal. That's what this is here. That's your volume, and this is kind of like the, sorry, wait a minute. Volume? Radius? Volume? Oh, no, octave, that's what that is. So, you know, when it makes a lower pitch or a higher pitch, that's what that is. Alright, so once it plays that sound effect, now we come over here, where it's going to start that nausea effect. And here it is right there. I've got it set for 11 seconds. So while this is going, now we're going to go over here and add another scoreboard called Teleport 2, and then another scoreboard called Teleport Part 2. I wasn't sure when I was developing this what scoreboards I would need, so I was thus the naming convention. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a redstone block to the special effect particles that are at the destination portal, which is right here. Right there. Now we haven't teleported yet, and I can't spell destination apparently. We haven't teleported yet, but now we're starting the chain that is going to make those portal effects start to run at the portal that we're going to. Where are we at? Right there. Okay, now we're going to add another scoreboard. This is for the lights to light up at the destination. And then we're going to tag the player with the name of OF Visitor. OF for Obsidian Falls. Hold on. Times that 0. Kill that E. Type equals zombie. I don't need them messing with my villagers. Alright, so yeah, Obsidian Falls Visitor. And there's a reason why I'm tagging them. So this is going to tag any entity that happens to be in this area with that. So, more than one player, chicken, pig, you know, villager, they're going to get this tag. Okay, so now we've got the sound effect going, we got the nausea effect going, and now we come to this one right here. Remember, we added that teleport 2, we had like teleport 2, teleport part 2, and then that arrival light scoreboards added. Now what we're going to do, remember this is always active, repeating, it can't do anything until the scoreboard's added. Now we're going to add 1 point to that teleport 2 scoreboard, and it's going to repeat, it's going to add up until it gets to 83 ticks. Once it gets to 83, it's going to say, oh, here's your reward, which is the next block. That's when we teleport to the next destination. And these last 2 digits is what faces you in the direction that you want to face when you get there, so that way you're not facing backwards or to the side or whatever. Again, there's information on the wiki about that. Okay, now that we teleport it, we're going to remove that teleport 2 counter that's over there so it doesn't cause us any more problems. And we're going to change that wood button back to a stone button, because otherwise we won't be able to turn it back on again. And now we're going to play the sound effects for the portal at the destination that we just went to, which is this. Wow, I have that awfully loud. Oh, wait a minute, no, that's not... Is that... No, that's not the volume, that's the radius, that's the volume. I hope so, that might explain why it's so loud. Anyway. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the teleport weight, I call it a weight counter, but the scoreboard, which is the one from this chain right here. So we're going to remove that so it doesn't cause us any more problems. Now we're going to power off those particles that happened at the first portal that we left. So we're going to replace that redstone block with air. Now we're going to turn off those portal lights from the portal that we just left. So as you would suspect, we're going to remove the redstone from with air. Likewise here, we're going to remove the redstone wire from the sound effects clock loop. I'm sure you can guess why, because if we don't, it's going to keep going round and round and round and round. So we have to remove the wire, so that way once it gets to it, it stops. Now we're going to remove that redstone block from that test for chain right over here, so that way it's not trying to pick up another player and adding the scoreboard back and stuff without it being activated over there. That just could cause a mess of problems. And now we're going to remove the redstone block from this portal light chain, which is right over here. We're going to move that redstone block. Does it turn off the lights? Nope. I have to do something else in order for that to happen. So, oh, yeah. It's a little out of order. Sorry. I had to move things back and forth. It's all part of troubleshooting. So, yeah, here's turning off the left side, the right side of the portal, and then the center light. So, okay, so now if you remember, we had the teleport part 2 scoreboard and the arrive light scoreboard. Let's go over those. So here's teleport part 2. So keep in mind that while all this is going, now it's adding, like once it, yeah, anyway, it's going to be looking, so once you teleport and get to the arrival destination, it's going to add you into the part 2 scoreboard, give you 1 point. It's going to repeat. It's going to go for 80 ticks. The heck is that? Once that happens, it's going to remove the redstone block from the destination portal particles, which is right here. So that way the particle effect at the destination portal begins to stop. And that's the timing effect. That's why when you first arrive there, it just doesn't, like, you don't see it and then it disappears. You're going to see the particle effect. It's going to wait for 80 ticks before it actually turns it off. And then we're going to remove the scoreboard for this, part 2. So this will no longer do anything because we're removing the scoreboard. Alright, now we get to the part where it lights up the other side when you're getting there. So now we're going to test for a player that is at that portal by using a... Okay, so this is actually from the other direction coming here. Alright, but it's the same process. So when coming here to Star Fox Junction, which is what I call it, the tag you're getting is visitor. Now this whole chain is on the other side as Obsidian Falls visitor. But anyway, it's going to execute for any entity that's tagged visitor, not at a specific corner, just relative to the entity. And then what it's going to do, it's going to set a block, a redstone block. That's always active, so it's always going to be looking. It's not going to be able to do anything until it finds something that's tagged. It's going to set a redstone block right here, and it's going to activate this, which is going to turn on. It's going to, like for this portal here, it's going to, oops, it's going to turn on the left light, and then the right light, and then the center lights. It's going to do that sound effect, and forget the add another point. I was trying different things. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it to work, and then I finally got it to work. So now those that are on that scoreboard are now going to get 1 point, and they have to be tagged as a visitor in order for them to have points added. And trust me, I've tried this so many different ways until I could finally get it block to work right. It's going to go for 140 ticks, so the lights are going to stay on until after that, and then it's going to turn off the center lights, left light, right light. It's going to remove the visitor tag from all players' entities, otherwise that'll cause problems. Then it's going to remove the scoreboard, arrive light. It's going to play a sound effect for turning off the lights, and then it's going to remove the redstone block from this chain. Because if you try to place a redstone block where there's already a redstone block, it's going to say, can't place the block. But there you go. That is how this works. And this over here is another teleportation system that I got going on for villagers. And that will be a whole nother video if you are interested. Just put your comments in the comments in the comments field. Oh, where else would you put it? Now, as far as am I able to do all this in one long chain? No. I tried that. In order to get different things to run at the same time, I had to do it this way. There was just no other way to do it. Remember, I spent hours and hours and hours on this. Am I going to list all the commands that I used on this? No. Am I going to make my world available for you to download? No. Am I going to copy this with structure blocks? No. Why? Because you may have one heck of a time trying to get this to work. And then you'll be in the comment section saying, this stupid thing doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. Well, it works. I just showed you. This thing is really complicated. Even if even by copying this entire thing and putting it over onto another place where I have a portal, I still get problems. I have to sit there and change all the coordinates. Sometimes I have to switch this stuff to unconditional and then back to conditional for it to work. Oh, it's a mess. There's still a lot of troubleshooting that has to go on with it, and I have to change the names of the scoreboards and the tag and all that stuff. So it's much better for me to just explain to you how I did this, and then when you go about making your own teleport system, you can do what I did, or you can kind of incorporate parts of what I did for something that works for you. For those of you that are advanced when it comes to command blocks, I think you'll know exactly what I did, and you would have no problem duplicating it. Especially if the RedEngineer is watching this video, he'll look at the same like, oh, yep, I see what you did. I know exactly what you did. And in fact, the RedEngineer might say, you know what, we can make this a little better and a little simpler. And you know what? That's cool. I'll take some pointers from him. I'm all good with that. For others of you that don't know command blocks really well, yeah, you're not going to want a copy of all this and then trying to figure it out. It'll drive you insane. So I'll show you how, I show you how it works, and then you may have to watch the video several times. But by doing that, you'll be able to replicate what I did or kind of take elements of what I did to make your own thing. So anyway, that is it for this video. Oh, you know what? Now that I have that chat going, let me show you how that works at the weight counter. After I change it back to day. Oh, I have yeah, here's the simple teleporter right here. Okay. case you're wondering, you know, where it says found villager, block placed, all that other stuff, I have all my fences, with the exception of that one over there, I have set up to where it's like I've been wanting to have it where villagers can go up to the fence, right there, you just saw it, and can open them up. And I found a way to do it. So that way they can move around and stuff. And, yep, see? It shut. It opened back up again too, but yeah, so that's a whole nother thing. That was all those clocks that you saw at the beginning, towards the beginning of the video, that's what all this is. And if you are interested, I can do a video on that. I wanted to give a little bit more life to the villagers, you know, without being trapped behind a fence, you know, they can walk out and stuff. And these things are in my way again. Alright, so I'm going to do this one more time, but with the command block output going there, and it's not stopping, and you saw that I was trying to make it stop, you will be able to see the scoreboard and the wait counters going on this. So that might also help give you an idea of how that works. So there we go. Turns on. You can see how it's doing the portal effect, how it's doing the explode effect. Now let's go ahead and step into it and you will see the counter. Okay, now that thing about the block, that's something else. That's my lights. I have it set up to where those lights will turn on depending upon what setting those are on. So a whole nother thing for another time. But there you go. That's all there is to it. So I appreciate you guys checking out the video and watching, and if you enjoyed this, thumbs up, like, that'd be great. Leave your comments. Let me know what you thought of the portal, maybe ways to improve it. And I have a bunch of other videos, gaming videos, and I think maybe one that's not a gaming video. But yeah, I have a variety of videos that I'm going to be working on. So some are Minecraft, some are not. But yeah, check them out. Let me know what you think of those. And if you have any suggestions for other videos that you'd like me to do, again, comment section. That is your means of communication to me. And yeah, look forward to your feedback. So thanks again, and I will see you next time.